over the personal care aisle. Save up to $5 when you shop brands like Dove, Degree, and Nexus. Get a fresh, clean feeling when you use Dove bar soap. Degree Men Arctic Edge deodorant works as hard as you do with 48-hour protection. Get moisture and unleash your hair's smoothness with Nexus shampoos and conditioners. Head over to the personal care aisles and start saving today. Offer expires February 20th, 2024. Restrictions apply. May vary.
Nah, I should have knew that. That's on me.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yeah, before I get into that, let me say one thing, because my family been getting on me about. I would be remiss if I didn't mention. When I first went to Atlanta in '78, my uncle William Hightail was there, and he was dying from cancer. Uncle William Hightail, one of the biggest dope boys on the East Coast, was in the hospital. The old man Deloach and all the old timers said, "Man, your uncle over in the hospital in the firm." His name William Hightower, and I was the last family members to be around. And I went over there and Deloach and them said, "Man, they say he dying." I went over to the hospital, spoke to him every day through the window. He told all his old co-defendants, big dope boys out of New York, New Jersey, man, to take him in, look out for me. And that was my start in Atlanta. And his daughter, my first cousin, Beverly, she came there and picked the body up, and I was there in the hallway when she came there. All the homies seen her and greeted her because they know her from the street. So I just wanted to mention the fact that, man, my Uncle William Hightower was there, man, when I got there. And I was there when he died, and my family said I should have mentioned that, so I put the plug in.
Understood.
I'm ready to proceed, young brother.
All right, so I got it locked in about the professional thing, but for real, I just want to go back to something that you said when you said you first walked into boxing, or boxing kind of walked into your life. I forgot how you said it, but just take me back to that 12-year-old time that you was talking about.
We moved down on Condon Terrace when I was 12 years old. They had a little boxing program down in Linda Poland in the basement. A guy named Mr. Chef. He was training boxers. And all the dudes from Condon Terrace and Valley Avenue, Yuma Street, we used to go down there. And everybody started drifting away. Some of the dudes that I grew up with could fight, man. And me, Rock, and a couple of other dudes, we stood with it. And Mr. Shelf used to always tell me, "Man, you got something special. You got some fast hands, man." But I used to have asthma real bad. And so I couldn't run a lot because I had asthma. And I stuck with it, I get locked up, go to juvenile. See, back in down Maple Glen, back in the days, every Friday they had boxing matches. In each cottage, a box, who you ever wanted to box in the cottage. A white dude named Mr. Smith was in charge of the recreation. So you might see Brodus in the ring one Friday, you might see anybody, Wilbur Cook. So say you in another college and I'm in another, I said, "Man, I want to fight Eon." So we'll talk all week, say, "I'm about to Eon Friday." And man, that's where guys really start learning how to fight. But my first sanctioned fight, when I was fighting down Linda Poland, Mr. Chef, was up number 11 Boys Club. That was my first competitive fight, And like I said, juvenile, get locked up. You box down Maple Glen. We couldn't box over Cedar North, but over Oak Hill, that's where it started. That's where I outgrew my asthma. They used to take the boxing team uptown, fight dudes from Lawton Youth Center, all competitive gyms. Because we fight up the skating rink. Chariots, when y'all used to do the go-go's, there's whole fights down there on Atlantic. And uptown, different gyms, different boys clubs. And I say that's what me and Brodus and a lot of dudes really got shot. Cause you had some dudes down there combined, man. Percy Flodio was down there with us, Dexter Ford was down there, Cooley, you know what I mean? And man, that's where you really seen some banging. And that's where you really sharpen your tools. So I think that's where my first knockout was in Oak Hill. You know what I mean? And but it started at 12. You know, like I was telling you earlier, you know, Muhammad Ali won his rematch with Sonny Liston on my birthday.
Hey, hold on 1 second, my bad. What years are your Cedar Knoll, Maple Glen years for people that don't know?
Maple Glen 67, 68, Cedar Knoll 69, came home 70, Oak Hill 70, 71, First Adult Beef 72, Youth Center. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So when you really seen some dudes that could bang, when you go to Youth Center. That's when dudes competing in the Golden Gloves, Wilbur Cook, Peachtree, Elijah Perry. I mean, Larry Glenn. You had some dudes that could rumble, man. That I was so shocked to see Peachtree, but Brodus was fighting on the street. You know what I mean? So he was fighting for hand. So Brodus went on the street from Oak Hill and fought. But his whole family was boxers. Larry Hennig was number 2 in the world. And he fought Sugar Ray Leonard 3 times.
That's his uncle?
Huh?
Larry Hennig is Brodus' uncle?
Brother. That's his half brother. Beatty, Lil Tweet, Larry Hennig, Charles Hennig is Brodus. They got the same father. But their father fought pro in the days. He fought when Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting. His father was one of the baddest dudes in the city. You know what I mean? And Larry was he could have been number 1 in the world in the amateurs when Ray was number 1. And he fought Ray 3 times. Their father broke his jaw, broke Larry's jaw, and he come off a broken jaw and fought Sugar Ray Leonard. But everybody know Larry beat him because Ray came back in the locker room, tried to apologize. Larry chased him out of the locker room. And Lil Tweet could fight. You know, Tweet is Brodus' little brother. That's my man. I love him to death. But their father, Clarence Hennig, was one of the baddest fighters in DC. He fought when Harley Mills was the number 1 contender. Sugar Ray Robinson wouldn't give him no fight. But his father used to go up to Bob Foster's gym on 9th Street and punish Bob Foster. So Brodus had it in his blood, man. The whole family could fight. Even the sisters could fight. That whole Hennig mob was vicious, and they fought for Ham. And man, Larry fought everybody, man, that was junior lightweight and lightweight. I fought their cousin Lorenzo Hennig in 72. You know? So
you fought him where?
Down Oak Hill.
Okay.
Ham brought him down Oak Hill. Larry fought, who Larry fought that day? Little light-skinned dude was damn Maple Glen Senile with me. I can't think his name right now. But Larry just dusted him off. You know what I mean? But I fought Lorenzo, and they got a cousin named Sam One Eye. He was a beast. But even Tweet could fight. Tweet fought. Tweet was one of the baddest things over Youth Center. You know? So, from Youth Center, went to Lawton. And that's where, man, that's where you really hone your craft. That's in Charlie Wise Bay was my trainer. He trained everybody on the wrecking crew, you know. In 76, we had one of the baddest teams in Lawton. 71 and 72 was probably the baddest boxers in Lawton. White Man, Percy Taylor, Pernell Jackson, Pretty Willie, Lil Shorty Huff, James Beasley. Some of them went to Las Vegas. I'm gonna have to send you that article. When they
from Lawton, right?
Huh?
From Lawton, right?
Yeah, they went from Lawton to Las
Vegas. So like on a bus?
To fight at the Olympic trials.
Did they go on a bus? How did they get there?
Airplane. They went on the plane. Pappy Galt was the boxing coach on the hill, and he took him to Las Vegas to the Olympic trials, and it was all in the newspaper. I'm gonna have to send you that article.
I'm gonna look it up, but let me break something down real quick. I usually don't do this when you talk because they love to just hear you talk. But for people who don't understand, right? This is 1970 what?
Two.
This is 1972. These people are convicted criminals in a prison. They took them out of this prison. How? In chains and cars? How did they leave this prison?
They went to the airport on a bus and they had a private plane, took them to Las Vegas to the 1972 Olympic trials.
Okay.
You know? And Pretty Willie could have been a champion of the world. He's punched Sugar Ray Leonard. If Sugar Ray Leonard listened, he'll tell you that's where he got his fight game training down the Lord. Man, Ray used to come down there, him and little Derrick Holmes. Now Derrick Holmes is better than Sugar Ray. They fought out of Palmer Park. Dave Jacobs was their trainer, the one you got a picture of me and Dave Jacobs when he's shaking my hand at my pro fight when Dwight Braxton came down.
Okay.
Picture me and Dave Jacobs when I got the robe on. He trained Sugar Ray Leonard from the amateurs all the way to Roberto Duran rematch. He didn't want Ray to fight him in 5 months, but Angelo Dundee overruled him. That's how Ray fought Roberto the second time when Roberto said no mas.
Okay.
But Dave Jacobs had him from baby all the way to that. That's the picture you got of me and Dave Jacobs shaking my hand in my pro fight when Dwight Braxton came down to see me fight.
Okay.
And like I was saying, then the Wrecking Crew, we had one of the best teams. You know, you got me, Eddie Matthews, Wilbur Cook, Frey Eggy, Tony Harris. That's the picture you got on the boxing team with me kneeling down with Eddie on one side and Wilbur Cook on the other side, and Frey standing behind me, Chick Clemens, John Henry. We had a vicious mob, man. Everybody on that picture had to box each other. You couldn't do no ducking. You never know who you're gonna come in there. You might have to box 2-3 dudes that day. I had to box. I made sure everybody man box. You know what I mean? Then Wilbur Cook was probably one of the baddest fighters ever came out of DC. He wanted to fight Sugar Ray so bad, but they fought in the 72 Golden Gloves. Ray won, Wilbur won, Peachtree won. So, over there, over Lawton, with the Wrecking Crew, that's when I really came into my own, and everybody said I was the best middleweight in Lawton. Brodus was the light heavyweight. So they brought the heel back there in the wall to fight the boxing team, and me and Brodus fought. He got me that time. He got me. He outpawned him. Second time we fought, I got him. The third time we fought, they said it was pretty much even, right? And man, you talking about somebody that could bang and could hit and was slick. It just was so strong. You know what I mean? And when me and him used to work, police would come out the captain office. They was getting up in the towers with binoculars.
So Brodus was bigger than you?
At first. When he was light heavy, I was middle. When he was 175, I was 165. He was light heavyweight. And then when I grew to 175, we was even. But he wasn't only, man, my best friend and my partner. Man, if it don't be for him, I wouldn't be the fighter I was, man. Because when we was getting there, man, I'm talking about we used to try to knock each other out. You know what I mean? Some days they say, he got you, brothers. Some days they say, he got you, fly. You know what I mean? But we loved it, man. We loved it so much, and we always brought the best out of each other. Jump forward to how I became a pro is, you know, like I was telling you, when they gave me 75 to life, when they sent me to the feds, you always had a chain of command with DC dudes. Whatever joint you go to, whatever old time is there, that's got a name and a reputation, you fall in line. It ain't like following the orders, you get an assignment. Me and you might get assignments. y'all gotta take it this one. We get this, we got this. You know what I mean? You earn your way, you earn your ranks, you earn your bones. So I started off in the FCI's, Eon. You know, I started off with, with little 8 years, and was in, me and Beatty started off in Ashland, Kentucky. They put me out, sent me to Petersburg. Petersburg said I couldn't come out. That's when Daru and Paul Dixon and all the homies was there. They
That's
sent me,
Khaled, right?
huh?
And his name Khaled.
Yeah, Paul Dixon, Khalil. Bad boy. Bad boy. His brother Tommy Dixon Bay was one of the baddest fighters in Lord. Fight like Earn Proud. Hit like Roberto Duran. One of my best friends. Khalil was a beast too. So I went to Tallahassee, Florida from Petersburg. I started a ride. They said I was too aggressive. They sent me to Terry Hut. That was my first USP. Our shot caller was old 90 Pine Williams. Come from out of Southeast. I know his whole family, but everybody was under 90 Pine. You make your bones through H. Jones you go through, but when you got a reputation as a fighter, you know what I mean? When stuff happens with certain hometowns and different states and stuff, you got to fight the bad student out of that city or that state, right?
Okay.
I met a brother there named Brother Barry X out of New Jersey. Me and Tim Thomas was there. This was in 1975 when they put me all up. So he's always said, you got to slow down, young brother. I'm fighting every day, young. I'm knocking somebody out, I'm robbing somebody. In the old times, it's trying to get me to slow down. You know what I mean? So I leave there and come back to Lawton and go to trial on that case. That's how I get back to Lawton. Me, Ed, Wilbur Tree, all us there. So when I get to 75 life, they send me back out of Lawton. Go to Lewisburg, call the case, send me to McNeil Island. Things jump off in McNeil Island, go to Atlanta. A guy came to Atlanta named Manuel Morales, who was like the number 3 or the 4th high up in ranks with the Mexican mafia. So Bird told him, that's the dude fly. But he in the block with me and Deloach, and he wanted to fight. His name Manuel Morales, he's still living. All the Mexican mafia and ADX always talk about that. So Bird, all the white boys put up money and dope that he can get me. So Julio, Brodus, Terry Trice, everybody say, you better knock this. I said, man, I got him. All the blacks, all the homies, all the old timers put up money on me. So we trained for about 30 days. He went one round, young. One round. Cooley, Cam Smith, all the homies is out here now, they'll tell you. He said, man, I had no idea. I said, get my money in my dope. You know what I mean? Go to Leavenworth. When I get to Leavenworth, Brother Barry X is no longer Barry X, he's brother Shaheed Muhammad. So white man training me in Baby Reds. You got pictures of me, Baby Reds. I think you got pictures of me, him, Earl Coleman Bay, Prince Florida, Mac Holland. And we was working out. So Sugar Ray Leonard fought Wilfred Benitez for the welterweight championship. So quite naturally, all the homies hollering and screaming. That's our homie. He was coming down Lord. So James Scott was fighting pro from Broadway State Prison. So me, Baby Red, Schoolboy, and Lonnie is sitting there with Deloach watching. So Baby Red, he said, can you get him, champ? I said, I can get him. So the dude Yaya out of Philly said, you just talking. He on there proving himself. He said, y'all always him out. So Baby Red and Lonnie and Schoolboy looking at me like, let's crush. I said, nah, I said, he got a right to defend his home. He said he used to spar with him in Rahway State Prison. I said, the same way we defend Sugar Ray, let him defend his man. One day, me, white man, rough house, Sonny Bailey Hill, all home. Me and Baby Reds working in the West warehouse with a yard that with heavy bags. So after we get finished working, then Baby Reds can run. You got pictures me and Baby Reds. So me and Baby Reds and rough house on the yard working. We see all these brothers come on the yard. The dude y'all say, Fly, I want to see you. So I guess by him screaming on me on the James Scott fight, I guess he figured, he could intimidate. He said, I want to see you. I said, see me how? He said, I want to fight you. So white man roughhouse, first they say, nigga, get the F on. I said, nah. So Brother Shaheed Muhammad is with him. All the Muslims with him. I wasn't a Muslim at the time. I said, what we gonna use? Bag gloves? He said, yeah. I said, we ain't got no mouthpiece. He said, we gonna use paper towel. Earl Coleman Bay was there. So they got somebody to keep time. First round, I knocked him down. Second round, knocked his teeth out. So the Imam, Brother Hassan and Shaheed, they said, y'all stay down. I said, y'all better tell him don't get it. If he get it up, I'm gonna do it again. So after I knocked him down the third time, they took him over on the yard, water pump on the yard, washed his face off, washed his mouth. I crushed him, knocked all his teeth out. Everybody in the junk talking about. So Brother Shaheed, that used to know me in Terry Hut years ago, 4 years earlier, he said, man, you really didn't grow up, man. He said, I did not know you could fight like that. Y'all running the bleachers and running the track, doing pull-ups and weights. So everybody said, Fly, we think this dude trying to get a rematch. I said, dang. 30 days later, we sitting in the dining room eating pancakes. He come in the dining room in front of me and Earl Coleman Bay and them say, you want to let me get some get back? Sonny Bailey said, nigga, get the fuck away, man. I said, nah, son. They said, man, we tired of this dude approaching. You done already crushed him. I said, I'm going to give him some get back. Earl Coleman Bay said, do not fight him until I get my lunch break. I want to be there. I said, we'll be there. So I said, where we going this time? They said, we're going to the gym. So the gym in Leavenworth got a long hallway with a big platform that you can stand up there and look down. So they said, this is where y'all gonna fight. He gave me some work that day. He was in shape. He was strong. But man, I always smoke a joint before I work. I feel lighter. I can think. I feel light on my feet. I see stuff. So white man had been training me with my flipping game. My hands is naturally fast. So he backed me up, and hit me with a right hand, and my head hit the back of the wall. Boom. You know what I mean? So I grabbed him and tied him up. They said, you all right, Fly? I said, I got him. White man said, let it go. He said, let that joint go. I let that right hand go. Bust him the right hand, hit him with a hook, come back with the right uppercut, and broke his nose, blood went everywhere. So when that bone go up in your nose, it's a sharp pain, he hollered and screamed. So Earl Coleman Bay and them say, get your man, take him out of here, man. They took him down to the bathroom. They told me to go wash up and go back to work. Me and Barry Red's over in the job talking about it. Lieutenant them come get me. Say, what's up, Lieutenant office? He's sitting in the lieutenant office, blood shirt on, blood everywhere. They said, man, I said, yeah, what's up? He said, I don't know. I said, tell them people ain't do that, man. They locked him up. Guess what they tried to put him in the cell with? Big Lulu. Lulu said, you can't come up in here. Me and Lulu talked about that today. Lulu say, you think Fly did that? Look, Lulu arms, this big chest. All he do is work out all day. Heart big as a stadium. Ain't got nothing on his mind but destroy. You know what I mean? Lala say, Lulu say, told on Fly, you can't come up here.
Free the real. You getting a demented day.
What can I help you with today, sir? Sir, what are you gonna need help with today, sir? Lottery? Come step over this side for me.